Hi, I'm Tinny from Design, and this is the Thermarest Neoair mattress. One thing I like about this mattress, and one of the things that drew me to it immediately was, it's not 20 inches wide, it's 25 inches wide. So it actually gives me some room to move around if I want to, like, do this. With a 20-inch mattress, my knees would be right out over the edge, and I kind of have to balance yourself on it. The second thing I like about it is that it's 75 inches long. You can see that I can stretch completely out, and there's plenty of room besides that. There's room enough on this so I can slide down so my feet are still on the pad and have room for a pillow on my backpack without having to teeter it over the edge back and forth. That's really nice. I like a lot of room. And the third thing I like about it is it's very close to 3 inches thick, but it doesn't stop there. There's some other really good points about this a lot of people don't understand. One is, if you look at the construction, the baffles go the short way instead of the long way. So when you put your elbow on it, it doesn't go right down immediately and bottom out like a regular air pad does. And also, inside of it, it has baffles, Z-baffles, that go back and forth, and they trap the air so that when you put pressure on it, like from a hip bone or an elbow, it doesn't go down and bottom out. It keeps the pressurization right in one spot, where a regular pad with the tubes going the other way and no baffles, if you like pick your legs up or something, your bottom will go right down and bottom out. And if you blow it hard enough so that it doesn't, and you lay evenly flat on it, it's just too hard. This one's very forgiving. It's almost like sleeping on a mattress at home. I know that's hard to believe, but it's true. And another thing is, it has a reflective barrier on the bottom side of it, on this side, that is like a survival blanket, which reflects your heat back up onto yourself and reflects the cold away from you. So it's a very warm mattress. Now, if I were going to use this in the summertime, I would never do anything. I haven't slept on it in the wintertime, but I suspect it would be fairly warm. But I think during the wintertime, I would probably put it on one of those blue foam ground pads just for more comfort. But it's an amazingly comfortable and versatile mattress. Now, I timed it. It took me 2.5 minutes to blow it up and about 30 good puffs of air. It doesn't take a lot of air to blow it up. And what the beauty of it is, when it's all deflated and folded up, it's quite small. It took me actually 2.5 minutes to get this from full size down to this. And if you really want to work at it, roll it out again and refold it, you can get down to half the size. You can get down to the size smaller than an Nalgene bottle if you want to goof around, but I don't feel it's worth it, and I think it's really hard on the pad to roll it up that tight, so I usually take it down to this. It's an extremely light pad. I think it weighs 3/4 of a pound. I'm not sure on that. I'll have to weigh it and get back to you. But all the way around, that's my answer to being comfortable on the trail. Now, I know a lot of people like the hammocks, and that's all fine and dandy, but there's a lot of drawbacks to any way you do it. With the hammock, you need a couple of trees in a fairly good area to pitch the hammock, and with a tent and this pad, you need a flat area big enough to lay down in. The tent I have is a Rainbow 2, and the area I actually have to set it up, which I've done on top of Barren Mountain, where there's virtually no place to pitch a tent. I have to have an area about 4 feet by 8 feet, and just barely 4 feet, maybe a little less than that, maybe 3.5. And I've pitched it up there quite nicely. It's a freestanding tent. I pitched it freestanding. I've also pitched it with stakes. And roll out the Neoair, blow it up, take my Montbell sleeping bag, and on this pad with a good sleeping bag, and it's just like sleeping right at home, right in your own bed. It's really nice. That and waking up in the middle of the night or in the morning and cooking your breakfast on a squirrel cage inside the tent, it's pretty posh. I really like that. I'm at the age where this deal where you hike 10 or 15 miles up over the side of a mountain and sleep on a lousy air mattress with a cold sleeping bag and live on Gorp. Now, those days are over. My body won't tolerate that anymore. I need some comfort in my backpacking. And this gives me the comfort I need, along with a good, comfortable sleeping bag and a nice, easy to set up, lightweight tent. I think my tent weighs 2.5 pounds. This weighs 3/4 of a pound, and my sleeping bag weighs a pound. So the total of the whole thing is 2.5, 3.5, 4, probably 5 pounds for my tent, sleeping bag, and ground pad. It's like 5 pounds. That's pretty darn good. I don't have any problem with that at all. That's the 3 big items in your backpack. 5 pounds, not a problem at all. That's the reason why my backpack usually tops out at well under 20 pounds for a 3-day hike, including food. So I'm Tinny from Any Bowl Design. Let me know what you think about ground pads on the comments. And more important than anything, have a really great day. Bye-bye.